Welcome back to the channel. Today, we're diving deep into something that could reshape how we think about portable gaming. We're talking about the ASUS ROG Ally 2. If you thought the handheld PC market had already reached its peak, think again. What ASUS is preparing with the Ally 2 is not just another upgrade. It's shaping up to be the boldest and most ambitious portable gaming device the company has ever built. And as we peel back the layers, you'll see why so many people are calling this the handheld that changes everything. Before we explore what makes the Ally 2 special, let's rewind for a moment. The last big update ASUS gave us was the ROG Ally X. That device had a better battery, more RAM, and a slightly sleeker design. It felt nicer in the hand. It played games well. In short, it was a solid refinement of the first-generation Ally. But here's the truth. While it was good, it didn't completely blow people away. It was still powered by the same AMD Z1 Extreme chip as before. Yes, it was stable, reliable, and capable of running most modern titles, but it didn't bring the revolution many gamers were waiting for. That's the starting point for why the Ally 2 matters so much. This time, ASUS isn't settling for incremental improvements. This time, they're thinking bigger, bolder, and smarter. Instead of launching just one device, they're preparing two. That's right, two distinct models of the ROG Ally 2. And this single decision already shows that ASUS is paying close attention to the needs of two very different kinds of gamers. Let's break it down. The first model is the white version. This is designed with the casual gamer in mind. If you're someone who wants a fun, portable machine that doesn't cost a fortune, this is the one for you. It's affordable, it's light, and it's still powerful enough to run a wide range of titles. Importantly, it doesn't feel like a watered-down compromise. Instead, it's being built around the standard AMD Z1 chip. Now, that chip might not sound as flashy as the newer options, but it is still a strong performer. It won't be designed for the heaviest, most demanding AAA blockbusters, but for indie titles, retro classics, and optimized modern games, it delivers more than enough power. The trade-offs here are clever ones. Because the white version uses fewer CPU cores and less raw power, it also draws less energy. That means it's lighter on battery, it runs cooler, and it costs less. For someone who just wants to pick up a handheld and play platformers, RPGs, or classic favorites, that balance makes sense. And it positions ASUS directly against competitors like the Lenovo Legion Go or the AY Neo Air, which also aim for that middle ground between performance and accessibility. In this space, raw frame rates aren't everything. Comfort, usability, and lifestyle integration are just as important. The white Ally 2 aims to check all those boxes. Now let's turn to the black model, the one that's stealing all the headlines. If the white version is about smart balance, the black version is about going all in. This is the performance powerhouse. This is where ASUS unleashes everything they've learned so far. And it begins with the heart of the system, the brand new AMD Z2 Extreme APU built on the cutting-edge Zen 5 architecture. That alone is enough to separate it from the competition. Benchmarks suggest a performance leap of around 15 to 20% compared to the older Z1 Extreme chip. And in real-world terms, that's a huge difference. Faster load times, smoother gameplay, better heat management, and, most importantly, no slowdowns in the middle of your most intense battles. But this isn't just about raw speed. ASUS has clearly worked on smarter thermal handling too. That means quieter fans, less heat buildup, and longer sessions without worrying about throttling. If you've ever had your handheld get uncomfortably warm during a boss fight, you'll know why this matters. The Ally 2 is aiming to make that problem a thing of the past. And then there are the specs. The black version could come with up to 32 gigabytes of LPDDR5 RAM. Think about that. 32 gigabytes in a handheld device. That's more memory than many gaming laptops on the market today. Add in up to 4 terabytes of storage, and suddenly we're not just talking about a gaming console anymore. We're talking about a full portable computing solution. You could store dozens of massive games, carry all your media files, even use it for creative work, and still have room to spare. And thanks to the faster RAM and storage, this isn't just about space. It's about responsiveness. Everything loads faster. Games run smoother. Multitasking becomes effortless. Of course, specs only matter if the device feels good to use. And ASUS didn't stop at the internals. They've completely redesigned the ergonomics of the Ally too. If the first version felt more like a tablet with buttons, the new one feels more like a true controller built into a handheld. The deeper grips and bold curves make it more comfortable to hold for long sessions. The weight balance has been adjusted so it doesn't feel top-heavy. Small changes like these make a huge difference when you're playing for hours. The buttons and sticks have also been refined. They're tighter, more responsive, and spaced in a more natural way. The tactile feedback is stronger. The analog sticks feel sturdier. The D-pad has a crisper click. For genres like fighting games or twin-stick shooters, where precision is everything, these improvements could set the Ally 2 apart from the competition. On the display side, ASUS has kept the 7-inch screen. That's a smart decision. It's big enough for immersive gaming, but still small enough to remain portable. And because the size hasn't changed, accessories from the older Ally, like screen protectors and carrying cases, will still fit. That's a nice touch for users upgrading from the previous generation. The refresh rate is expected to stay high as well, likely around 120 Hz. Combine that with the Z2 Extreme chip, and you're looking at fluid desktop-level gaming visuals in the palm of your hand. Battery life has always been a challenge for handheld PCs. But here too, ASUS has made smart changes. The Ally 2 supports up to 100-watt fast charging. That means you can plug in for just 20 or 30 minutes and gain hours of playtime. While heavy AAA games will still drain the battery faster, the new Zen 5 architecture helps balance performance with efficiency. Quick top-ups make the whole experience feel seamless. For travel, commutes, or casual play, that's a game changer. One small but fascinating detail is the inclusion of a dedicated Xbox button on the black model. At first, that might not seem like a big deal, but look closer and it hints at something bigger, deeper integration with Microsoft. Some leaks suggest a new Xbox-like interface, smoother and more console-like than the traditional Windows 11 desktop. If true, this could be massive. Let's be honest, Windows handhelds have always been powerful, but they've also been clunky. Navigating tiny icons on a 7-inch touchscreen was never ideal. But if ASUS and Microsoft have partnered to create a true gaming dashboard, that changes the game completely. Imagine turning on your device and seeing your Game Pass library front and center. Imagine jumping straight into your saves without fiddling through menus. That's the dream handheld gamers have been waiting for. Cooling and noise also matter more than many people realize. With previous handhelds, fans could get loud when things heated up, breaking immersion during quiet cutscenes or late-night sessions. But thanks to the improved thermal design and the efficiency of the new chip, the Ally 2 promises to run quieter and cooler than ever. It's not just a technical detail, it's the difference between being immersed in a world and being distracted by your device. So what is ASUS really building here? Not a replacement for your gaming laptop. Not a replacement for your desktop rig. They're building something else entirely. A handheld system that brings console-quality gaming anywhere you go. No cords, no setup, just raw power and accessibility, ready wherever you are, on the couch, in a park, on a plane, or in a hotel room. By offering two versions, the white model for casual gamers and the black model for enthusiasts, ASUS is covering both sides of the market. You don't need to overspend if you just want to enjoy your favorite titles. But if you want the absolute best with power, performance, and premium features, that option is available too. So let's recap before we move into the next section. The ROG Ally 2 comes in two versions, the white model and the black model. The white one uses the AMD Z1 chip, making it affordable, light, and perfect for casual games. The black one features the Z2 Extreme chip, offering up to 32 gigabytes of RAM for terabytes of storage and major performance gains. Both benefit from a redesigned ergonomic shape, better controls, the same 7-inch high-refresh display, faster charging, and quieter cooling. And the Xbox button hints at deep Microsoft integration that could bring a console-like simplicity to Windows handheld gaming. This is no longer just a cool gadget. This is ASUS attempting to define the future of portable gaming. And that's only the beginning. The ROG Ally 2 is more than an upgrade. It's ASUS declaring where handheld gaming goes next. Two models, two audiences, one bold vision. Casual or hardcore, affordable or premium, the choice is yours. And this is only the first part of the story. In the next section, we'll look beyond the specs and design to explore what the Ally 2 really means for the future of gaming, the competition it faces, and a new era it could unlock.